Welcome to another edition of Newsnight, and tonight we continue to discuss matters on the NRM Party after we learned last night that the President had appointed a Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, Treasurer and Deputy Treasurer. But a lot has been happening behind the scenes, and we've just discovered that actually the President did make a list of 4 names that he presented to SEC yesterday that then voted or did rule on who would take which position. And that's what we want to discuss with the old man of the clan and also CEO of the Independent magazine, Andrew Mwenda. Andrew, this information came late, and for the very first time, the NRM Party has gone digital. It came via social media.
Yes.
That was shocking, first of all.
Yes.
And caught many off guard because we had been waiting for a statement, written statement or email, and had also been waiting for some of our people there to call us and say, listen, there's a new list of appointees for the positions available in the NRM.
I think it shows that the NRM is trying to shake itself out of the 17th century and drag itself into the 21st.
And the oldest person on this list is 42 years old. Yes. Again, going by what they agreed as the delegates conference to appoint someone younger, 45 years or younger. Yes,
that's quite surprising because in Uganda to be appointed a permanent secretary by President Museveni, you need to be 126.
That's not true. My friend Pius Bijirimana is not
this is what I'm saying, that President Museveni has this an kind of ability to select all the oldest people, Kajura, then he has Moses Ali, each one of them long past his 150th birthday. 2 centuries. In fact, I got the cabinet of 21 ministers and did the age, added it up together and divided it. I found the average age of cabinet is 69 years. Which means our president has a certain fascination with people who are Jurassic.
Maybe age is gold. That's another thing. But let's discuss names that
you need to balance age with the youth, because
the reason he has a couple of young
members. By the way, I should tell you that old people are very wise. When you are young, like you guys, you are young, you're smart, you're intelligent, but you lack the mature understanding of a person like Julius Caesar or the subtle wisdom of Augustus. So you act
these
like
are philosophers. I know
Augustus was the first emperor of Rome.
Yes.
Julius Caesar was his grand uncle, who was killed for Augustus to take over. But what I was saying is that you need a certain maturity to do things. And when you're young, you can afford to be reckless. Now you can see me, I'm 102 years old. These days I'm much more conservative
than you used to be when you were at the Daily Monitor.
Yes, then I was young and reckless.
Let us discuss the matter at hand. And I will come to maturity at some point. The 4 appointed ladies and gentlemen. We discovered that after the list had come out, that actually the president had only nominated the 4 names
and did not make an appointment.
And did not make an appointment. What is, for you, what does that say about the president?
I think at President Museveni, having been given power to appoint a Secretary General, for him now to take this other step to say, look, me I will not appoint, I will select 4 names to SEC, let SEC be the one to decide. He was telling the party members who helped him remove Mbabazi and amend the constitution, he said, look, it is not that I was fighting to grab power from all of you guys. The issue was that we need to have coherence within the party. I am not power hungry to appoint every office holder within NRM, so I am giving this power to you. I think that was a very smart move. You say I should tell you that Museveni is very thoughtful on these matters of political brinkmanship. You know, when he was going to remove Amama Mbabazi, me being an old man, I knew that
it was coming.
I had names I had in mind of who should be,
and none of them has come.
Who should be prime minister. But the selection of Rugunda was very smart. Again, he knew that if
he wasn't anywhere on your list.
Well, you see, Rugunda did not have a political constituency.
So you didn't believe he had something to bring to the table?
Because if you said the politics of Kigezi, I would have pointed out Jim Hwezi. He comes from Rukunjiri near Kanungu. So if you want to undermine Mbabazi, you need to put that Jim Hwezi. If that is not the case, you need to look for a constituency in northern Uganda, or eastern Uganda. You bring an easterner, he becomes prime minister, or a very strong person from the north. So people like Jacob Olanya and others, I had thought about them. But not Rugunda. But when he finally appointed Rugunda, I saw 3 things he was able to achieve. Rugunda is a very close person friend to Mbabazi and the Machiga. So if the Machiga are going to complain that they have been sidelined, do you see? It is Mbabazi who lost the job. The Machiga retained the premiership. That is one. So that issue is settled. Mbabazi has nowhere to retreat. The second thing, Rugunda is a very senior and historical member of the NRM. So if the historicals that feel somehow cheated, Rugunda still represents that very important constituency. And the third, which I felt also is most important, Rugunda is a safe bet. You see, Rugunda is not the guy you will appoint prime minister and the next day he's trying to develop wings in order to remove you if you're President Museveni. And Museveni is worried about people who may become rivals. And many people here laugh at Museveni and say he doesn't want rivals. But even Obama, he selected Joe Biden after Joe Biden promised him that he will not run for president. Because Obama did not want to have a vice president who is eyeing the presidency, right? So that the actions of the vice president are driven not for the interest of the president, but the interest of his future candidacy.
Yes.
That is the source of the conflict between Al Gore and Bill Clinton. But you can see under Ronald Reagan ensured that George H.W. Bush, the father of the current president,
yes,
he was totally sidelined out of decision making because he was a vice president who was eyeing the presidency. So now you come back to Museveni. Rugunda was a safe bet. Now, if you see the way he has done it in the party, I think his decision has been the right one. One, they have appointed the female secretary general. We have not had a female secretary general in Eastern Central Africa for since independence. I don't remember any country, Zambia, wherever it is, except for opposition parties, not for ruling parties. FDC has had Alaso. So now they have appointed a lady. Two, they have appointed people who are young. And three, they were elected by SEC. The president proposed and SEC appointed. Seemingly democratic. He has empowered SEC and the people in SEC now are very happy with him.
Let's look at something else that he proposed in the previous SEC meeting before the delegates conference. He proposed that he would nominate some people,
5 members to SEC,
onto SEC.
Yes.
So you know what he does yesterday? He presents a list of 8.
Yes.
It should have been 10, but he presents a list of 8 and he has asked the SEC members to look for another 2.
Yes.
But among those that are on the list, and of course in his defense at that time, he said they needed to bring on board people like Apollo Sibambi who were extremely intelligent and are out there who would want to contribute to the national development through the party.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. But now, one of the names on that list of 8 he released yesterday, before he asked the other members to nominate another 2 people to add on this list, is Amama Mbabazi, whom he believes should be a member of SEC.
Yes. Because
but then SEC has to vote for the out of 10 to get 5 members.
But I should tell you, SEC is going to vote for Mama.
So Mama will be on SEC?
Yes. You know why? First, because Mbabazi was saying, during those, remember when they had these meetings, he was saying, look, I am a member of SEC because I'm Secretary General. If you remove me as Secretary General, then I lose, I stop being in SEC. And Museveni, I told you last week, is throwing always, so he always tried to offer Mbabazi a soft landing, and I'm sure he's still offering him an olive branch to say, look, you may be out of Secretary General, but you are not lost. I don't think Museveni wants to lose Mbabazi. Museveni does not want Mbabazi. You see, what they were expecting, State House was expecting Mbabazi on Tuesday last week to declare his candidacy for either quitting NRM, and he hasn't. So, and I have been telling you, if Mbabazi remains loyal to Museveni and does not try to challenge him, Mbabazi will bounce back, maybe as Chief Justice, if he does not qualify for Chief Justice, as Speaker of Parliament or in any other powerful position. Mbabazi's best hope is to play the cards like this guy, Deng Xiaoping in China. I've told you the story of Deng Xiaoping. Yes. He must express his loyalty to the president, and Museveni will bring him back. So Museveni proposes among other people, Mbabazi, yes, you can cease to be Secretary General, but you can still sit in SEC. I am still offering you this seat. What else does Mbabazi want really? Well
done, well said. And that was the old man of the clan, and that wraps up Newsnight on this evening. Change.
You know, has never wanted to leave.